the ground shake.
Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Tongo, and today we are back for another statue tutorial. Again, continuing with the theme of FNAF 6, we are doing Nedd Bear. So, this statue was designed by RedXPhones. Again, I'll leave his information down in the description. Please go show him some love and support. I've noticed recently he's also got a DeviantArt page, so if you want to get a sneak peek of all the things he's working on before they come out on the channel, you can go check that out. Again, links in the description. Apart from that, again, this is Nedd Bear, one of the other new kind of animatronics from FNAF 6, otherwise known as Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator, and it's a really simple character, so it shouldn't be too difficult to build. The blocks you're going to need are the following. You'll need brown concrete, black concrete, oak planks, red concrete, block of quartz, green concrete, lime concrete, cobblestone wall, and oak wood slabs. So I'll give you guys a second to pause here and grab them blocks into your inventory. And as I said, it's really simple, so we can begin. Okie dokie. So this statue, just to give you an idea of what we're doing, is very similar to the standard kind of Freddy Fazbear statues we've been doing. So it's majority brown concrete with black concrete for the lines and kind of grooves, and then the rest is just small detailing blocks. So what we're going to do, just like we normally do, is start off by building the legs. So the legs are 12 tall and 8 wide. We're going to find a nice empty space. As you can see, I've picked out this lovely one, and we're ready to begin. So, we're going to go left to right, layer by layer, 12 layers in total, each layer 8 wide. The first layer is going to consist of 1 black concrete, 1 brown concrete, 1 black, 2 brown, black, brown, black. So that is the first layer. Again, that's 8 wide, and that consists of 1 black, 1 brown, black, 2 brown, black, brown, black. And the second layer is the exact same. So we're going to repeat that exact same pattern, black, brown, black, brown, brown, black, brown, black. So that is the first 2 layers. Now, after every single layer, I'm going to back up, give you guys an opportunity to pause. If you need to do so, please do take that opportunity and use it to your best of your ability, because it's really valuable, I guess you could say. I really don't want you guys to get to the end of the video and have messed up like 2 minutes in and have to go back and tear down the whole statue, because that really is not fun. It's just easier to take your time and get it right the first time. Apart from that, let's continue. So the next 2 layers, this being the third and fourth layer, is going to be 8 blocks of brown concrete. And we're going to cap that off with our 5th layer, which is going to be 8 blocks of black concrete. So this is the first 5 layers. Our 6th layer and our 7th and 8th layer, so the next 3 layers, are going to be 8 brown concrete again. So very simple. So that's the first 8 layers. Our 9th layer is going to be 3 brown concrete, 2 black concrete, and 3 brown. The next layer, which is the 10th layer, is going to be 2 brown, 1 black, 2 brown, 1 black, 2 brown. So that's our 10th layer, and again this is kind of building up to the pelvis area where the legs join with the hips. The 11th layer, the second to last layer, is going to be 2 black, 4 brown, 2 black. And then the 12th and final layer is going to be 1 black, 6 brown, and 1 black. And if I back up, you should now have something that looks like this. That is 12 tall and 8 blocks wide, and that is the front side of the legs complete. Now again, please use this opportunity to pause the video if you need to. If not, we're now ready to move on to the body. So the body, just like the legs, is a 12 by 8. We're going to start off with our first layer, which is the 13th layer of the build, by placing 2 brown, 4 oak, and 2 brown. So that's the first layer, 2 brown, 4 oak, 2 brown. What we're then going to do is mark out the hands. Now bear in mind, we're not building the hands right now, we're just marking them out. What this means is later on we don't have to come back and figure out where they go. They're already there and we can just get straight into building. So it's a nice and simple way to save time later down the line. So what we're going to do is we're going to extend 4 blocks to the left. So that's 1 brown, 1 black, and 2 brown. And on the right we do the exact same. So we extend to the right 1 brown, 1 black, and 2 brown. So 4 to the left, 4 to the right, and that's just marking out where the hands go, but we're not going to worry about that for now. We'll come back to that later on in the video. For now, we're going to continue with the body. So for the body, what we're going to do is on the second layer, we're going to place 1 brown, 6 oak, and 1 brown. Now, the thing is, the next 8 layers are the exact same. So what you do is on top of this brown, build up 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and for those layers match it up with the exact same pattern. So that is the brown, 6 oak, and brown. So you just repeat it, and then you'll have 9 layers which are the exact same. So simply just do what I'm doing in the sense of going layer to layer, building all the oak, and then layer to layer, building all the brown concrete on the right side. So that is the first 10 layers. The first layer, of course, being the 2 brown, 4 oak, 2 brown, and then the next 9 layers consisting of 1 brown, 6 oak, and 1 brown. So it's really, really simple. The 11th layer, which is the second to last layer, is going to be 2 brown, 4 oak, and 2 brown. And then the 12th layer is going to be 8 brown. So it's very, as you can see, easy to do. So that is the basic pattern you should have. It should be kind of like a brown outline with the center of the chest being oak planks. Now, of course, Nedd Bear does have a tie, and that's what we're going to use now with our red concrete. So we come to the top left corner. Bear in mind this is a 3D effect, so we're building it on top of, not into, not replacing, on top of. So we're going to go to the top left corner, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, and on the 4th block we're going to place a red concrete, and we also place one on the 5th block. So there should be a 3 block gap on the left and a 3 block gap on the right, so it's centered right in the middle. Now, underneath the left red concrete, we're going to go down 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and underneath the right one we're going to go down 7, so it should be 1 block lower, and it will end up looking something like this. So the one on the left is 7 tool, and the one on the right is 8 tool, and you'll now have yourselves a red tie. Now, I already hear some of you guys in the comments saying that Nedd Bear's tie also has like white stripes on it, and this is the issue. Because the tie is only 2 blocks wide, and it's only technically 8 blocks tall, it's very limited as to what we can do with the pattern to make it not look bulky. Technically, what you could go ahead and do is, if you really wanted to, you could kind of crisscross a pattern like this. Personally, I do not like that at all though. That looks way too bulky, because of course the red is bigger in majority than the white area. The alternative you could do is every line you could leave one and you could have something that looks like that. Again, that's an option. It looks alright, but personally I just prefer keeping it with the solid red. You're more than welcome to experiment though, but for the purpose of this video I'm going to keep it nice and simple and stick to the original design. With that said, that is the front side of the body complete. Again, that is a 12 by 8 with the 3D effect of the tie again being 7 tool on the left and 8 tool on the right. With that said and done, we're now ready to move on to the arms, and we're going to start with the left arm, which is a 12 by 4. So, if you haven't already, for the arms, you come to the 13th layer of the build, which is aka the first layer of the body, and if you haven't, you build out forward to the left. Hopefully everyone has. If you haven't, again, 13th layer of the build, forward to the left, and that consists of 2 brown, 1 black, 1 brown from left to right. Now, the next layer, the second layer, is going to be 1 brown, 2 black, 1 brown. The third layer is going to be 4 brown, and then the fourth layer is going to be 4 black. So we cap it off like so. Once you've done that, that's the difficult part out of the way. The next 3 layers are going to be 4 brown. So again, the next 3 layers is 4 brown, and then we cap it off with a layer of black concrete, and then 4 layers of brown. And that will bring you all the way up to the top, should match up with the same height as the body, and that will give you your 12 by 4. So just to recap what we've done, the first 3 layers are the brown pattern, but with the 3 blocks of black acting as kind of like a gripping hand. The 4th layer is black, the next 3 layers are brown, the layer on top of that's black, and then 4 layers of brown. Now the good news is the right side is the exact same, just mirrored. So what that means is if we go over to the right side, of 13th layer of the build, 4 blocks out to right, the second layer is going to be 1 brown, 2 black, 1 brown. So as you can see, it's just facing the opposite way. The third layer is going to be 4 brown, and then we cap it off for the 4th layer with 4 black. On top of this, we're going to place 3 layers of 4 brown. We're then going to cap it off with a layer of black, and then bring it up to the top with 4 brown. And I feel like I said 4 layers of brown down there, but it should be 3. So if I did say that, apologies, but make sure it looks the exact same like this. So again, just to recap, because I feel I might have said the wrong number there, it's 3 tool of brown, the 4th layer is black, then we have, another 3 layers of brown. The 8th layer is black, and then the final layers are brown. So that is the front side of the statue. Again, very plain, but that's kind of the look we're going for, because Nedd Bear is a very simplistic and plain animatronic. So now we've got this, that's all good and well, however it's not a statue. What we're going to do is start turning it into a statue by building the sides, and the sides, of course, just like normal, are going to be 4 blocks wide. So we're going to start off by coming to the left side of the leg. From this black concrete, we're going to extend to the left, 1, 2, 3. And as I mentioned before, the sides are 4 wide. However, and this is a big however, the 4th block is already done. This row here is our 4th block. That's done and gone. No need to worry about that. So that means we're only placing 3 blocks per layer because the 3 plus the already existent one is 4. Hopefully that makes sense. So, the first layer, as you can see, is 3 brown. The next 3 layers on top of that are also brown. So first 4 layers is solid brown concrete. The 5th layer is going to be 3 black concrete. And on top of that, we're going to do 5 layers of 3 brown concrete. So it's a very simple pattern. That's the first 10 layers. The 11th layer is going to be 3 black concrete. And then the 12th layer is going to be 1 black and 2 brown. And it ends up coming out the exact same pattern as we use on all the Freddy statues. So again, should be pretty easy to replicate. Even better news, the right side is the exact same. Before I do that, I will give you a side angled view like that, just so you can pause if you want to. And we're going to come around to the right side and repeat the exact same thing. So we go 3 blocks to the right using brown. On top of that, we're going to do 3 more layers of brown, a layer of black, 5 layers of brown, a layer of black, and then our final layer is going to be 2 brown and 1 black. So again, just to recap, that's what it looks like. It's 12 by 4, 12 tall, 4 wide. And that's 4 layers of brown, 1 layer of black, 5 layers of brown, 1 layer of black, and 1 layer of brown and then black. From a corner angle, again, looks like this. And again, if you want to pause, you're more than welcome to do so. Anyways, what we're going to do now is repeat that kind of pattern with the sidey arms. Before we do that, however, we need to come around to the rear side of the statue, come to the bottom of the hands, this layer here, and expand 3 blocks backwards on each side using brown concrete. What this gives you is a 4x4 platform, as you can see here, and that's going to be the base for our hands. If you don't do that, you end up having something that looks like this when you're done with the sidey arms, and it's not going to look ideal. So you want to make sure you do this correctly, otherwise you're going to have massive holes in the side of the hands, or the bottom of the hand, should I say. Again, repeat this on the other side, so just building back 3 blocks on each side, and that will give you another 4x4 platform. As you can see, looks like this. Very, very simple, but it's something really easy to mess up, so make sure you don't. With that done, we are now ready to do the sides of the arms. So I'm going to come around to the left side, and you should be presented with a backwards L shape. Now, just like the legs, it's going to be 12 by 4. However, the 4th block is already done. That's what you're seeing right here. So again, we're only placing 3 blocks per layer. So the first 3 layers, including the one we've already done, is 3 brown. So it's the already existent one, plus 2 more layers of brown concrete. The 4th layer is going to be black concrete, and as you can see, it matches up with the exact same block at the side. So you can see here, this layer is going to be black, the rest are going to be brown. Very simple. The next 3 layers are going to be brown. On top of that, a layer of black, and then 4 layers of brown to bring us up to the top, and that will give us our 12 by 4, and it looks like this. Again, it's basically just 3 brackets of brown divided by 2 layers of black. The 2 layers of black being the 4th and the 8th layers. From a side angle, again, looks like this. And the even better news is, the other side, the right side, is the exact same. So let's head round and repeat the pattern. Again, this side, 12 by 4, L-shaped pattern. First block's already done. The first 3 layers are going to be brown. The 4th layer is going to be black. The next 3 layers are going to be brown. A layer of black on our 8th layer. And then the remaining 4 layers is going to be brown. That brings us up to the top. Again, that's 12 by 4, and that's 3 brown, 1 black, 3 brown, 1 black, 4 brown. All the way up to the top, and from a side angle, looks like this. So this is the statue so far. You can see it's looking really, really nice. Again, very simple, but that's the aesthetic we're going for. Until you come around to the rear side, and when you come around to the rear side, not much going on. So that's what we're going to work on now, is actually making it so it's a bit more going on around here, I guess you can say, because it's a bit lacking right now. So, if we come to the rear side of the legs first, we're going to start there, and then we'll work our way up. The rear side of the legs is going to be 12 by 8, just like the front side. However, and again this is a big however, the left side and the right side is already done. So, essentially, we're linking left to right, and there should be a 6 block gap in between, because 6 plus the 2 already done, 1 on left, 1 on right, is going to give us our 12 by 8. So, the first 4 layers, we're going to be linking the left side to the right side using 6 brown. And again, it's just linking left to right, so it's really, really simple, like so. So you can see the first 4 layers is 6 brown. The 5th layer is going to be 6 black concrete. And then we're going to do a further 3 layers of 6 brown. So that brings us up to our 8th layer. For the 9th layer, we're doing the same pattern as we had on the front side, where we've got like the pelvis shape. So that consists of 2 brown, 2 black, 2 brown. The 10th layer is going to be 1 brown, 1 black, 2 brown, black, brown. The 11th layer, the second to last layer, is going to be 1 black, 4 brown, 1 black, and then the final layer is going to be 6 blocks of brown. And that is a 12x8. That's the rear side of the legs, and if you want to pause, you are more than welcome to do so. Now, in regards to the rear side of the body, moving on up, again it's a 12x8, and the good news is that this time it's literally just plain brown concrete. So what this means is we're just building up 12 each time using our brown concrete, and we're just going to go side to side to side, and it's a bit tedious, it's a bit boring, but in the long run it actually makes it a lot easier. So it's again a 12x8 of brown, and similar to the same reasons I give on all the other ones, everyone kind of normally asks why the backs are generally quite plain, and that's because in the game we never actually see the back of the character. So if we were to put detail and tons of like effort into adding a design, it would kind of be speculation, because we don't actually know what the rear side of the character is, we can just assume it's plain. So that is a 12x8 again of brown concrete, and once that's done we can now move on to the arms. So with the arms you can already kind of guess what I'm going to say. It's literally the same pattern as the sides, so you can see here we've got the first 3 layers are going to be brown concrete, the 4th layer is black concrete, the next 3 layers are brown, we then have a layer of black, and then 4 layers of brown. Now again, if you want me to slow down, don't worry, I will on the other arm. That's just to give the people that want to rush ahead an idea of what we're doing. So we're just matching up whatever block is at the side, we're filling it in. Again, that's a 12x4. Now, for the people that want me to explain it a bit more slow, I do appreciate that. We're going to head over to this side, and again, it's the exact same pattern for that side, so we just match it. So the first 3 layers, including this one here, so this is layer number 1, the base layer. Layer number 2 and 3, we're going to place 3 brown concrete, because the 4th block is already here. The 4th layer we're going to place is 3 black concrete, and that should match up with the one there. On top of this, we're going to place 3 layers of brown concrete, and then a layer of black concrete. And again, the second layer of black concrete should be on the 8th layer, and should match up with this block right there. The final 4 layers is going to be 3 blocks of black, I was about to say brown, but I said black and brown there, of brown concrete, and that brings us up to the top, and that is the rear side of the body and the rear side of the arms complete. Now, in regards to the shoulders, this part up here, we're going to go ahead and fill it in simply using brown concrete. That's a 16x4 area, and it's filled solid. And again, the middle part is going to be covered by the head, so it doesn't really matter. But the left side and the right side, both being 4x4 squares, are going to be visible, so make sure that that part in particular is covered. With that said and done, that is the body of the statue complete, and we're now ready to move on to the head. But before we do so, I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to catch up if is necessary, and the way I'm going to do this is by going to each specific part of the statue, giving you guys an opportunity to pause and catch up, whilst also listing off some of the kind of specifications and sizes of the different angles. So again, if you don't want this and you're ready to move on, you're confident, you're good, then just skip forwards about a minute in the video. If not, then feel free to watch it. There's, again, no issues. So the front side of the legs, as you can see right here, is 12x8. Again, if you want to pause, feel free to do so. I'm not going to say that every time, but I will give you guys a second to do so. Moving on up, we have the front side of the body. Again, that is a 12x8, and we've got the front side of each arm, which is 12x4. We also have the tie, which is 7 tall on the left and 8 tall on the right, out of a red concrete, but if you want to add the white stripes, you're more than welcome to do so. Heading around to the left side, with the left side of the leg, that is a 12x4. We have the underside of the left hand, which is a 4x4, and we have the left side of the arm, which is again 12x4. Coming around to the right side is the exact same as the left. We got the right side of the leg, which is 12x4. We got the underside of the right hand, which is 4x4, and the right side of the arm, which is 12x4. Again, exact same as the left side. Coming around to the rear side, we have the rear side of the legs, that's 12x8, with the rear side of the body, which is a solid 12x8 of brown concrete, and we have the rear of each arm, which is 12x4. Coming out to the top side, the final side, the shoulders, it's 16 wide and 4 blocks thick, and again is solid brown concrete. With that said and done, the statue should be 24 blocks tall, 16 wide and 4 blocks thick, and we're now ready to move on to the head. So, let's begin. For the head, we're going to come up to the front side, come to the top left corner, and we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th block we're going to place a brown concrete, and we're going to bring it 2 forwards. On the right side, we do the exact same. So we head over to the front right corner, we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the 5th block we place a brown concrete, bring it 2 forwards, and if you do it correctly there should be a 6 block gap in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Link them up by placing a 6x2 of brown concrete in the middle, and that gives you an 8x2 overhang of the front side. Overhang meaning that it's like overhanging the front side of the statue. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyways, coming around to the left side, we're going to expand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks backwards, and same on the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we go ahead and do what we did at the front side, which is link them together by placing a 6x2 in the middle, and what this gives you is now an 8x2 overhang on the rear side as well. What this also gives you is an 8x8 square, which is going to be our template for the head. So again, bear in mind the head is an 8x8x8 cube, so we've got the front side, left side, right side, rear side. If you have this 8x8 square, it's really difficult to go wrong, let's put it like that. So if you got this, you're on the right path, and we're now ready to begin. We're going to start on the face, get that out of the way, arguably the most detailed side, so let's begin. Okie dokie. So the first layer is going to consist of 8 blocks of brown concrete. That's layer 1 done. Layer 2 is going to be, from left to right, 1 quartz, 6 black concrete, and 1 quartz. Layer number 3 and layer number 4 is going to be 8 blocks of brown concrete. So again, that's the first 4 layers, each layer being 8 wide. The 5th layer is going to be 1 brown concrete, 1 quartz, 1 green concrete, 2 brown, 1 green concrete, 1 quartz, and 1 brown concrete. The next layer, which is the 6th layer, is going to be the exact same, but instead of green we use lime. So 1 brown, 1 quartz, 1 lime, 2 brown should I say, 1 lime, 1 quartz, and 1 brown. So that's our 6th layer. Our 7th layer is 1 brown, 2 black, 2 brown, 2 black, 1 brown. That's our 7th layer. And then our 8th and final layer is going to be 8 blocks of brown. And once you've done that, that's an 8x8 square. It looks something like this. If you want to pause, again, you're more than welcome to do so. And now we're going to start adding some 3D effects, mainly the mouth/nose and the eyebrows. So starting off with the eyebrows, we're going to come to the eyes, so the 2 black concrete on top of each eye. And on the upper half of the black concrete, not on the lower half, on the upper half we're going to place 2 oak wood slabs. So it should look like this. It should half the amount of the black you should see. And then we'll also have this, again, it's 3D. If you do it on the wrong side, on the lower half, it will end up looking like that. And you can see it doesn't look as good. So make sure you place it on the upper half. Again, that's on the 7th layer. Now, the kind of elephant in the room, which is the lack of mouth and nose, which looks a bit goofy right now, we're going to come to the bottom left corner of the face, we're going to leave 1 block, and we're going to place 6 oak planks, and then we have a 1 block gap on the end. On top of this, starting on top of the oak, we're going to place 1 quartz, leave 1 block, 2 quartz, leave 1 block, and 1 quartz, so that's now our 2nd layer. Our 3rd layer, starting on top of this block of quartz here, is going to be 6 oak. And then on top of that, we're going to place 2 oak, 2 black concrete, and 2 oak. And it should end up looking something like this. And you can see it's got that kind of generic Freddy look to it, and that's what we're looking for. So that is the front side of the face. Again, you're more than welcome to pause if you need to do so. And we're now ready to move on to the left side. So the good news about the left side is it's a solid 8x8 of brown concrete. So we've got the first layer already here. What that means is we're going to build up 7 on each one, and it will bring it up to the exact same height as the front side if you've done the front side correctly. So as you can see, the first block's here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the first block, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you just do that on each one, and what you can do is actually do this all the way around. So the rear side is the exact same, just follow around the outline of the head, and this actually speeds up the process a bit, and it means we don't have to go side to side to side. So you just follow it all the way around until you get to the right side of the face, and you just keep on following it. As you can see, up 7 each time, and what this will give us is an 8x8 square on the left side, an 8x8 square on the right side, and an 8x8 square on the rear side. So as you can see, nearly there. It's a bit tedious, but it's something that needs to be done. What you can also go ahead and do is fill in the top. If you're building like a house in here or something, you have a nice space in here that you can use, but make sure to cap off the top side using brown concrete. And again, that will give you one last 8x8, which is of course the top side, as you can see right here. So whilst I was rambling and also building, you should now have something that looks like this: 8x8 on the left, 8x8 on the rear, and 8x8 on the right side. Coming back around to the left, what we're going to do is come to the second layer, to the 8th block, go 1 to left, so next to this quartz block, and punch out 1, 2, 3, and we do the exact same on the right side, but we'll get to that in a second. And in this 3 block gap, we're going to indent 3 black concrete. So again, when I say indent, I mean set back 1 block, so it should be 1 block into the statue, and what this gives is kind of the impression of the mouth being there. Again, we did something kind of similar to the Mr. Hippo statue, where we had the mouth kind of open. We're not doing that just as much this time, but again, it's just a small effect to make it look a bit more unique and a bit different and a bit more accurate to the actual character itself. Coming around to the right side, as I said, you do the exact same, so you come to the second layer, second, third and fourth block, so that's 3 blocks in total. We indent 3 black concrete, and it ends up looking something like this. That's the right side, and again, the left side. Now, the final step we need to do, which is to add the 3D effects to the top of the head, that including the hat and also including the ears. Starting off with the ears, we're going to come to the front left corner of the top. We leave 1 block, so we come to the second block, and we're going to place 1 brown, to left 1, and down 1. On the right side, we go to the second block, place 1, right 1, down 1. So it's 2 in total, left ear, right ear. And the final touch we're going to add, which is the hat, we're going to need our cobblestone walls and also our red concrete. So what we do is, from this hat here, or from the front left corner, should I say, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the 4th block, we're going to place 1. So there should be a 3 block gap between this and the front, and a 3 block gap between this and the side. We then repeat this on the right side, so we count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, second concrete wall, or cobblestone wall, should I say. Behind this, we're going to place 2 more, so it's now a 2x2 square, and again, it should be positioned right in the middle, so 3 block gap either side, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. What we're then going to do is, on top of the cobblestone wall, we're going to place a 2x2 of red concrete, and place another 2x2 on top of it. So we now have a 2x2x2 cube, and it looks like this. It looks super goofy. What we're going to do to turn this into a hat is, on the lower half, we're going to build a ring around it, and this means that the one that's a 2x2 square will turn into a 4x4 square, and it ends up looking something like this. And once you've done that, that is the hat complete. Again, that's to represent the spring holding the hat on. If you want to change it up a bit, you're more than welcome, but again, it's just a kind of concept, because it is relatively difficult to build in Minecraft. With that said and done, that is the head complete, and most importantly, that's also the statue complete. So I'm going to get rid of my arm, going to have a little spin around whilst I ramble on an outro. So again, I'm going to give a huge thanks and credit to RedXPhones, who actually designed this statue and designed a bunch of the other FNAF 6 characters. Again, his deviant art will be linked in the description. He's got a bunch of other concept art on there as well, such as the baby statue, or the scrapyard baby statue, should I say, which is coming out in the very near future. Again, I want to also suggest that if you enjoyed the video, please definitely consider leaving a like and subscribing if you haven't already, and also stay tuned for future videos by hitting the notification bell. Apart from that, I've been Tom Gummy, and goodbye. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through?